Hello. Well, yeah, that's the answer to that one. It seems like everyone's going live at 8:30 today. Thank you for joining me, Kirsty and Jessica. This one is well, some reason I can run it from my phone now, so it's weird. It's really weird, and I can see the comments. So I need to, see, I can highlight the comments and I can do it off my phone, so I don't really need that unless I'm looking at the models now, which is great. So tonight is a bit of a different one because I did miss last week. Various reasons. I don't believe I should go into on YouTube, but yeah, I did miss last week. I'm sorry about that, people. I am sorry. Well, that's a good point. I should never sound like a chipmunk again. Never. Because Buzzard gave me microphones. See? I have good microphones now. I have good microphones. So all I would do now is really upgrade. I can give you a link, but it's going to be a short one today. So just bear with me a moment. I have to remember to do stuff and how to do stuff. And I have linked another YouTuber in the description because he's the inspiration for the reason why I've been doing what I was doing last week. And partially the reason why there was no stream, but not completely the reason. I need to do that. I need to go to there. See, and this is why I still need the PC. Paste it. I need to do that. And then somebody else needs to type something because I can't pin anything now. Because that's what it's got. That's a big ball I've got. What? It was a short life for me. I definitely need to be off before 12. I have appointments tomorrow, so I need to be off before 12. So I'll put the link out. So that can be done now, and I can resort back to here, and I'm okay. I can do back to here. So that's what we was doing. Yeah, I've decided I'm going to try video. Is the reason why, part of the reason why that didn't go live late last week, because I would have normally, if I missed Monday, I'd go live later. But I decided to do a video because I've got tiles that I did a while ago, these things, but on the thick foam, the thick underfloor foamy stuff. And I don't like if you can, I don't know if you can see in this light. Yeah, there you can. See the good evening, Sinscape Studios. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
Not bad. I'm just explaining why I'm not happy with this tile. Now you see that line there and that line coming down.
Oh yeah, you were talking about this last week.
Yes. Good evening, Kate. Hopefully I'll be relaxing enough for you tonight. So I didn't like them because I don't like these because of that. However, I came across a video by MS Paints, which is why he's linked in the video description below. I've also sent him the link for this live tonight if he does show up. And he was essentially saying, you can get these things, foam plates.
All right.
And then if you do that with them, with a pen or a mechanical pencil, you can get the same effect. The only problem is, obviously, the plate itself is domed and arched, and to make, really, you want squares. So, cut a square out of one, and then you can cut squares out of the rest then because you've got the template. So that's going to be the last one I cut the square out of, although I'm not 100% sure I'll cut the square out of this one. I might leave that as it is and do it as a separate painting project. I actually quite like that as itself. Thing is, it's just a foam plate, and then
Yeah, totally get it.
If it was
Makes
to
sense.
paint that and paint all that black, and then like multicolored, do that as almost gemstones across the top. I'm thinking of that as a separate project. So that's going on as one side for now. Instead, what I'm going to do is I've got my template and I've got more plates, and I have done some already, and I've started recording the video that I'm going to eventually edit together, and hopefully my issues that I don't like will be resolved because somebody's going to do them for me, and I thank them for that very much so. But I need to obviously put a video together first, and whilst recording for this video, I've realised I've missed shots. So I'm going to have to cut out more tiles so I can go back and record those shots on those tiles. So I'm going to have to get certain tiles to some stages and leave some. This one's going to be left blank, so it's a blank tile for me to start on and record on, and yeah, I'm going to fill in the missing shots with these ones essentially.
Cool.
So that's what I've got to do tonight, is cut out some tiles and do some of that type of drawing on some of them.
When you've published a video, put it in my Discord, because I'll be interested to see it.
Okie dokie. I'll put a link to it. I don't know when it's going to go up, because now that I've come to the point where it's like, I've missed a load of shots. I don't do video recording, do I? I only do live bloody streams.
I tried it once. I tried doing like a compressed video of me building and painting Conrad Kerr's Primark right at the beginning of my business.
Right.
But
okay.
It ended up being like I recorded like 8 hours of video of it with the intention of making it into like several videos, one of building it and a couple of painting it. But it ended up being so many gigabytes of data. I had to delete it because it was literally slowing my computer down. Because I didn't think about it, but I did it all in 8K.
Right, yeah, don't matter. Mine's been all done in 720, just for the sole purpose of I want to keep the file size down as much as possible.
Yeah, and YouTube only goes up to 720 anyway, I think.
No, YouTube can do 4K. YouTube can do 4K.
All right, okay. Well, yeah, some channels do 4K, don't they?
Yeah, if you record it in 4K and you upload it in 4K, then it's 4K.
If you're interested in what I'm doing the limited edition. I'm doing the limited edition Lord of the Rings diorama with the 4 hobbits underneath the tree.
Yes, where they're running away from the
ring wraith.
Ring wraith, yeah. Is it when they're leaving Bree?
It's on the way to Bree.
Is it on the way?
It's just after they've left the Shire.
The Shire.
But it's a very nice model. You can use the ring wraith in a game as well.
So you can take the ring wraith off and use him separate.
Yeah, if you watch here, you can see the diorama pieces like that. You can remove this piece, and he comes out.
Mr. Ring wraith comes out separately to be used on the board. That's nice. It's a shame little hobbitses don't do it.
Oh yeah, well they do kind of come out, but they come out like that.
Yes, they're not getting played.
But it would be a bit silly having individual models for them when they're all sitting down.
Yes, I know. They're all supposed to be sat down hiding, so having them stood up in action poses ready to be used on a board is ridiculous.
Exactly.
I understand that bit, but getting away with the ring wraith, fair enough, he's nice.
He is. He's very nice.
That's a very big display base for him. For a very nice.
It's a pretty nice model. Yeah, the base itself is
essentially the hobbits and everything else are just a big display base for the ring wraith.
Yeah, really, it is. It's a diorama. The base is 80 millimeters, so 8 centimeters.
Oh, that's quite a big old base. That's like what?
It's not bad at all.
That's like
And
dreadnought size, isn't it?
the height of the model
Good evening, Lee.
when finished is about 8 centimeters as well.
So it's a fair old whack of a model. Then.
It is. It's very, very nice, and you can't get it anymore. It was one of my prize comps that I did.
Ah. Well, I'm currently wishing and hoping and praying for the next week. Because I hope that on Saturday I get to have a pre-order that goes through. And as soon as it's released, it gets delivered to me. And I will have quite a nice little chunk of Tyranids.
Mm-hmm.
Hope.
You're getting the Battle Force?
I'm hopefully going to try and get all of the Battle Force. If I can't get a Battle Force, I'm going to try and get another box of Leviathan.
Well, be careful because you get your order in as soon as it goes on. Because the non-emissary is in that box, and the non-emissary is impossible to get hold of. So anyone who wants a non-emissary is going to buy that Battle Force.
Well, but funnily enough, do you want to know why I want that Battle Force box? It's because it comes with a non-emissary.
Exactly. So
and it comes with a Hive Tyrant, which is something I don't have. I don't have a Hive Tyrant.
If you don't grab it as soon as it comes out on Wayland Games or whatever, you're going to have a hard time getting it. Full stop.
Well, I'm not going to Wayland. I'm going to go to Element.
Okay. I mean, I find Wayland Games much more reliable, and it's slightly cheaper than Element, but any particular reason why you prefer Element?
It's closer. So support your local hobby store, people. Support your local hobby store. It's my closest.
I mean, yeah. I mean, support your local hobby store unless they have bad business practice.
But it is my closest hobby store really that will sell it. There are no other hobby stores around me that will sell it, and if I want those businesses to be able to thrive, I need to support them, especially in the area that I'm in. I mean, there are smaller ones, but there are none that cater towards 40k really. They're mostly card players. So Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, things like that.
Yeah.
That's what most of them
totally get it. Just be aware that with Element Games,
I have ordered from them before.
I've ordered from them before as well. More often than not, no problems. But on the occasion there was problem, it was because of their bad system with, it says that there's 10 of them, and then when you order it, you get them, they don't contact you at all for weeks, and you message them and they say, oh yeah, we didn't have any in stock, even though the website said there was 10 of them.
So I'd be better off phoning them first and go, have you got any more of them Leviathan box sets? Because it says you've got 10 online.
Yeah, or just go for Wayland Games, honestly.
Or go for Wayland Games.
Yeah, Wayland Games, I've never had a problem like that with. But Element Games, it's happened several times.
Right, okay, so I might...
So yeah, I completely agree with support your local hobby store, unless...
Good evening, Mick. Thanks for joining us.
They're unreliable.
Unless they're unreliable. Well, I understand how businesses work. I understand how retail businesses work.
Yeah,
and crap happens, especially even though Element's one of the bigger ones. Even they are still relatively small. There's only two. They've only started expanding in the last couple of years into more than one store. I think they've had the leads and then possibly another one added since. Why are you? I've still got you up large. I think they've had leads and possibly one other one open since as another store. So they are expanding, but they're still relatively small compared to what the online world actually has to offer.
Yeah, so they should be able to keep on top of their stock a little bit better.
Well, not really, because if they're dealing with a lot of finicky companies that are trying to that see them as not only suppliers of their goods but also competition as well. In the case of Games Workshop, it's like, well, yeah, but if they're buying it from you, they're not buying it from us at this price. So you're really our competition. Games Workshop, with their own practices, have put themselves out of that market because you can't go in there and play really anymore. the stores aren't big enough and designed for you to go in there on a Saturday. And
Well, some of them are, just obviously not all of them. The Games Workshop in Edinburgh is more than big enough for it, and there's always people playing in there.
well,
In
I'm
fact, the smallest Games Workshop store in the northeast is in Darlington, and I grew up in Darlington, and they always had at least one table playing, and they still do now.
right. Saying they have a table big enough to play on, in this day and age, is different to what I'm specifically referring to. They have got more than one 6 foot by 4 foot table set up for each game. So there's 2 for 40k and there is 2 for fantasy.
Okay.
Right. When I first started collecting all this, the Manchester store was huge. You could,
Yeah, I've
you
been there
you
before,
could.
actually. It was quite nice.
This is before they got blown up by the Irish people. When it got bloated up, they downsized and moved it to near where I think it was Boots at the time, but not too far away from the glass tunnel in the end. And then they had essentially, again, they had 4 boards set up, but they would bang up to each other, right up to the edge of each other, and there was pretty much no room to move. But they still had the 4 boards, and they had a lot of access to outside, which was the bottom of the food court. So most people are upstairs in the food court late night. When they went to do the late night thing, they could use the downstairs of the food court to lay out bigger tables. Excellent. Now they've downsized it into a shop that's the same size as my bloody living room. You have what's the smallest board size they can get away with for a game? Because that's what they must have. Literally the smallest board size they can get away with for a game, and then a small paint station, which usually the member of staff sat because there's bugger all else to do because you can't fit anymore. There's 2 Games Workshops that I can get to, and both of them are about the same size, and there's no point. There's no point going in there if you want to play a game.
To be fair, that's what the local gaming, the gaming clubs are for, really.
But that's the thing, that there aren't many gaming clubs or third-party gaming stores. My closest one is Element Games, and even that's a wreck and a half away, which is quite sad. Really,
Yeah,
I would like to. If I had the money, I know the location I would put it, and I know what I would do there, and it would have the facilities to play tabletop war games, as well as tabletop card games and computer games, and various other arcade style things as well, because it would be a multi-floor complex pretty much dedicated to all forms of gaming.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be cool, but it cost millions.
It wouldn't cost millions.
You wouldn't choose to stock it because just look, think of a floor of arcade machines. You've got to buy all the arcade machines. Okay. Next floor up is a floor of consoles and PCs. Okay, you've got to buy all the consoles, you've got to buy all the games, you've got to buy all the PCs, you've got to buy all the wiring, you've got to see what I mean? Every point of gaming. So you can come in and there be 50 or 60 high-spec, high-end gaming PCs for people to use, as well as PS whatever's available at the moment, as well as Neo Geo, SNES's retro stuff, Wii's and things on, as well as places for people to eat, drink, and I'm talking quite a large place here. It would cost millions, especially with where I'd want to do it, because the renovation, it would cost a lot, because I would keep it iconic to where I am, so the building style would be being maintained, and just doing that alone would cost a lot of money. Fantasies, eh? If you had dreams and cash, if you had it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to make something of my business, but it's
hard. Most businesses go under within the first year or 2 simply because of cash flow.
Yeah, of course. But I've got I have a hobby shop near me that I go to, who is also my supplier. And then I've got there's a new like wargaming network started up in the area called Warhammer Community, and I might be joining them as part of the organizers, and will be doing a proper gaming club with subscription service and freebies and stuff like that, and painting competitions and stuff like that.
See, if you can manage stuff like that, then that's all well and good. If you can get it again, but you've got to get enough people that are willing to.
There's more than enough. There's more than enough people. 100%. There is more than enough people. One of the local hobby stores is called Dwarf, and there's a lot of people complaining because they're only open for 3 hours on a Friday night, and they can't get there.
Right. Okay. So having somewhere you can go right every Friday night. Here is.
Well, we're thinking of doing it every 2 or 3 days a week. I will also have my painted miniatures there. People who buy subscription will get a discount to my stuff. You know, we can do all sorts of stuff. I've not gone over the details yet, but it's going to be fun when we get around to doing it.
Okay, so there's a pathway. Okay, actually, no, I might as well continue on with that a bit more, and because I need to have put that in at some point as well somewhere. So that can go there, right? So those of you actually watching and paying attention, if you can actually see the scratches that I'm making on these as I'm making them, you're actually getting a sneak peek of the video. So
at certain angles you can see them, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying not to give away as much as possible, but I still allow this video to show something while I'm here talking to you.
Well, there's no point in keeping things secret. The people who watch this video are not going to be all of the people who watch the one that you're making. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I understand that. That's why it's like you're getting a sneak peek, but that's why that's why I was looking for the angle that actually shows it, so you can see. See, look, that's what I've done. Although looking at the way I did that one, and then thinking about the pen method that I used the other night, I'm thinking the pen method was actually better. This one's not sharp enough. Damn it! Where's that pen I had the other night? Is that?
We've got a visitor here.
Oh, it's Kitty Cat come.
Cookie.
That's the name. I knew it had one, I just couldn't remember it.
And of course, she's getting in my way.
Yes, she has to, because she's a cat. See?
Are you just going to stand there, Cookie?
This is
my brushes or the models.
Yeah.
She's going for the keyboard. She's probably going to turn off the computer and end the stream for me. Come on, out the way.
Look,
there you go.
If I get to have a cat destroying somebody's setup on stream, then I'm putting up.
Yeah.
There we go.
She likes going behind the laptop because it gives off the heat. She likes getting comfy behind there.
Of course, because she's a cat and the lazy buggers. Right now, whatever pen I was using the other night was far better than that, so why come back to the pencil? Yeah, well, pencil it is.
I don't know what to do. I was going to paint this model, but I don't feel it yet. And this kind of model, I need to do it justice. So I'm not sure.
What model is it?
The Lord of the Rings one.
Oh, right, okay. And then
I have to do it justice, and if I don't feel it,
are you on a time constraint?
No.
No. Right, then put it to one side, and then keep it on your desk. Keep it somewhere. Keep it somewhere you can see.
Oh, I've got shelves right above me. I've got all the models that I'm working on there.
Well, pick one of them up that you can feel that you should be. Pick one that you're on a time constraint.
I'm not really on a time constraint for any of them.
So no commissions at the minute.
They're all commissions. All
Then
commissions are prizes, but I just
you're on a time
get
constraint.
through.
You
I
need to
just
get
get through them.
Then you're on a time constraint because you have to get that model out.
I have to get the out, but there's no like time. There's no set date for it to be finished.
No, true. Because it is a
Just get it
competition,
finished.
and
Then I
you've got to
can.
find how they wanted it painted in the first place.
Sorry.
Because it's a competition win. It's not like you've spoken to them in the first place. They've gone, right, I want this one then, and can I have it painted like this?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to go, right, okay, get the model, and then decide what paints you need to paint it in said way.
Yeah, I might build actually. I might build
Build. You're gonna build
because I've got a load
building
of
on the list earlier.
Stormcast Eternals to build.
Oh, lovely. Sigmarines.
Yeah, Sigmarines. I've got 2 already built. These little dragons with riders on them. Not dragons as much, but
Him like griffins. Oh no, yeah.
these ones.
Dragony. Oh, cool. They're nice. No, they're not. Oh, yeah, they're the dead ones. The undead ones.
No, they're not.
No,
They're
not.
the Stormcast Eternal Dracothian Guard.
Dracovian. Oh, I've never.
And I've got 4 boxes to do. There's 2 models in each. I will do.
Bloody hell.
I'll start building the second box, I think.
I've still
It's
got
these
the.
ones. It's these ones here.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah. I've still got to finish off these bloody things. I've got
Oh,
one
yeah,
of them.
yeah.
I've still got them to finish off. They're sat up there staring at me in the face along with the angry Ard Karen.
Cookie, she's coming back around again. Where are you going this time?
She's
Come on.
after being in the way of whatever you are doing.
There you go. She's gone now.
So.
But now.
That's that one, that's that one, that's that one. Right. This one's going to have to be the one where I have to do that. Sure. This is going to be a pain. This is going to be a pain. Ah, my headphones. And now I see why people use wireless headphones, because they don't rip the PC off the desk when they move.
That's usually a benefit, certainly.
Right, okay, this one is going to be different, because I want this one to be a different floor. Just to see if I can try it.
I've got the same customer who wants me to do these Draconeth. Is getting that that new large dragon with a lord on it.
Oh, the chaplain on a dragon.
Yeah, basically. Actually, I'll message him now because he might jump in. He might jump into chat as I'm building his models.
Well, I was going to say, as I said, this will be a short one. Yes, I do, Kirsty. But these ones work, so I've not gone out and bought any. Although my missus did accidentally wash my Bluetooth cheapo pods, so they don't work either. But the microphone on them was completely crap, which I no longer need. So, yeah, essentially I need a dedicated pair of headphones. Without this, see, whee. Although these headphones I love, I've had these for years, and they were actually, I had a set of these before I had these ones, and these ones were the replacement I got to replace them when my nephew sat on my red ones. So yeah, I think these, what, they're about 9 years old, 10 years old. I've had them for a while. I say that. I did have a green set of gaming headphones, and I broke them because again
If
they
you're
have.
talking to me, I'm not responding at the moment because I was checking
No,
emails.
that's fine. I'm actually talking.
I need to get an email from the prize winner and get it ordered straight away.
I'm actually talking to Kirsty. I did
All right,
have a green set of Turtle Beach gaming headphones, and the same thing happened to them. They had a wire. I mean, wires don't mix. So, yeah, the thingy ended up coming out and getting loose, and the part where it's like, eh. So yeah, need news, and went back to these and realized that I could use the mic from the webcam. I thought, awesome, I'll use that. Right, okay, so that's them measured up along that side. This is going to be fun. Why did they choose to do this? Because I'm a bloody idiot, that's why.
Oh yeah, I heard that. You're definitely a bloody idiot.
I've decided to do something, or at least attempt something that I'm not going to be doing on camera tonight because it's going to require far too much time, concentration, and precision for me to be able to do it because my attention is being drawn elsewhere, obviously. You see, cats have never been a problem. Never had a problem with cats. Hey, that's evil. Peppermint, if you're keeping cats away, is much better and less cruel to the cats.
The chili sauce isn't really cruel to the cats. They just keep away from it. But it's not. It ends up getting like sticky or something. It's not very nice.
That's why peppermint. They don't like peppermint either, I believe.
You think they don't like peppermint, but I've tried peppermint with both of my cats, and it doesn't bother them after a little bit.
All right. So initially it's a, but then it's like,
Yeah.
all right, now I'm used to it now.
Yeah, exactly. They don't really care. I've tried so many different things that are said to be the cure for cats biting wires and stuff like that. Although mine don't bite wires, but I have other problems with them. Nothing ever seems to work, no matter what I try.
I've usually found that dishwater, if I flick from your fingers, works to keep them off, to stop them doing whatever
It doesn't
you want
work.
to do.
No,
it does. My cat sits and waits now when she wants to get fed.
I can't find my knife. Where's my knife? I had a knife here, and I can't find it.
Are you sure you're not thinking of seeing them on my desk? Here you go.
No, I've got like a proper metal one. Well, I've got two of them. Where the fuck is it? I cleaned this desk earlier, and I put them back exactly where I always put them, and it's not there now.
Well, obviously you didn't put them back where you always put them, or the cat's
I did. I specifically remember doing that, and I'm very, very good. I'm very, very good at putting things back where they're meant to be. I never lose things, and I found it. One of the cats knocked it on the floor.
So you said you didn't put it back where it was, or one of the cats fucked it up.
The cat. One of the cats must have knocked it off because it fell down. But the back of it fell down where Cookie usually stays.
Okay, so we have luckily right now. So I've got blank. I've got.
But no, it's extremely rare for me to lose something.
Partially done. Excellent. You see, that's a problem there, Kirsty. I'll just buy them a nice bit of leather so they can claw away at anything that's not yours. Right, now how am I going to do this now? Because that's essentially got
You can get these fabric pad things that you can like place over the top of the parts of your furniture that your cats like to scratch at, and they scratch at that instead of the furniture itself. So, like on the corner of your sofa or something like that, you know.
I've never got a problem with scratching with my cat. She just whinges constantly. I can't leave the room without hearing the cat want something.
Oh, my cats follow me everywhere.
No, she doesn't follow me. She won't be in the living room when I'm in there.
Oh, right, okay.
She'll be sat somewhere else. I'll stand up to move somewhere, and she'll immediately run to either her bowl or, well, usually her bowl, or whatever else she wants. Meow, 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 meow. Shh! You've got a bowl full of food, and you're meowing at me for food. Just
somehow you must have sounded a little bit convincing there because Cookie looked up.
Meow. Is Cookie here looking?
Not anymore. I think she's realised that you were just being an idiot.
No, but I'll listen to her. That's why she'll get a or a, and there's a difference to a cat, especially. Not to everybody. Some people can't. But that's the same noise you're making. Like, no, it's not. You make one of those noises to a cat, it's got a chance to come to you. You make the other one, it's going away.
Yeah.
And they don't realise that. But different noises mean different things to us. That is proper wonky line. But I'm going to have to deal with it.
So is your plan to do regular videos, or is this just a one-off as to see how it goes?
Well, I got an offer from somebody to sort out my main concern about videos.
Sort out your what?
I don't like listening to my own voice is how it works out. So
yeah. That's why I don't edit any videos of mine and make any.
Right. So somebody said they have a preset already set up. If I make a video, send it to them, they'll throw it through their little audio thingy, throw this preset over it, see if they can sort the video out to what they think I'm after, or the sound out to what I'm thinking I'm after, send it back to me. I give it a listen and say yay or nay.
Okay.
If it's a nay, I send it back, they try again, yada, yada, yada. So we get something that is like, oh, that sounds all right, actually. At that point, they save it as a preset, send me over the preset, and it's like, ta-da! You just run that over your audio, and that sorts your voice out, mate. So awesome.
That's pretty good. It's a good offer. I could do with someone willing to do that for me as well, but
well, it's only because A, we're using the same software.
Yeah.
And B, they're only setting up a set of presets.
Yeah, I get that.
So all they'll do then is send me over the preset file. I'll load it into mine, and then all the work's down to me. It's not like they're gonna be my continuous editor for video. I may not do a lot of videos because of that, because not having an editor and not liking everything. And until you've applied said preset,
that would be nice for me if I could just have something that I can upload a video to and it automatically just slots something good together. You know, would be nice, but I would still have to listen to it afterwards to see if it was good, and that's the bit that I wouldn't be able to do. I would need someone who I can trust, has good opinion, proven track record, to watch the video, make sure it's good, and then upload it for me, because I will never watch it. Not even through the editing stage, I will never watch it. But basically, what I want to do is I want to make short videos, say 3 to 5 minutes long, of just like a top-down view, like what you're seeing now, of me painting a miniature, and then it's like a time lapse. And maybe it stops for a few moments to show the details here and there. I would love to do something like that, but it's not going to happen with me having to put a voice up. I could do it with just music in the background. I have thought about doing that as well, but I always forget to set up a video and stuff to record me doing that. Maybe I'll do it for that Chaplin model on the dragon.
What, the overall?
Like
Just
make a video of me
record the
painting
entire
elements.
thing, and then
record the entire thing, and then with no voice on it. So I'll just be watching something on my tablet while I'm doing it, and then I'll cut the sound out of it, and then just put some music over it and split it into like 5 or 6 short videos focusing on one element of it, like one video focusing on me painting the base, which would be like 2 minutes long, time lapse with some pictures dispersed in it. Because shorts are definitely the way to go in YouTube these days.
well, until YouTube decides that they are no longer going to be pushing the said shorts.
Yeah. But if you can get out there with shorts, if you can put regular shorts out every day, like at least one a day, you can get quite a lot of views. And remember, I'm not trying to build up a YouTube business. I'm just trying to build up new customers to come to my site and buy commissions and tickets off me. So that's the main important thing. I'm doing it on TikTok, kind of, with finished models on like a turntable and then add music to it. But I know that people like watching time lapses of people painting miniatures. I know they're very popular. So I would like to do them. Just the time involved doing it is time I don't make now.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
It is. I've heard like for like a 5-minute video, you're looking like an hour of editing. It's ridiculous. Oh, you had a cat that liked spicy food. I would be very, very careful with that.
Good evening,
because cats are extremely. A lot of foods are extremely toxic to cats, including chili. So if you're saying spicy is in chili spicy, don't do it because you could be harming that cat. Oh, hello.
Good evening, Dan. Yes, Dan, if you feel like picking up the link, feel free, buddy. Feel free.
Yeah, come up. Say hello. That'll be cool.
I'm trying to torture myself to death with this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I'm just having a relaxing evening, just building a couple of models. It's been a very busy week of painting for me. Oh, I have your codex.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
I forgot to post it out to you, but I will get it to you in the next couple of days.
I've already fucked up.
Then you can start using your Space Marines properly.
I've already fucked up.
You fucked up already? What have you done?
That's supposed to go there. That's supposed to go there. And it's supposed to be there. And that's supposed to go along there.
I think we've lost Laz. I think he's being lost in his own little world, everyone.
Yes, I am kind of. For a moment, I'm just gaining track of roughly where I'm up to. I shouldn't have done all the markings, and I should have free-handed it straight from the start. Is my opinion.
Lost in your own little world.
Essentially, I'm trying to do parquet flooring, which is becoming rather difficult. So, using some of the things that I put out earlier, I'm trying to gain a rough guide of where to go. Daniel, you were a carpenter. Please come up, give me a hand. Tell me how to.
Carpenter? What's that got to do with what you're doing?
Parquet flooring. It's a wood laying technique for floor. Have you never seen them? The overlapping little
Yeah, I guess. I was thinking wood making specifically.
No, but he's like decking. I know that much.
I guess.
Because he's done videos about it, cursing it to hell and back. But he's got a big deck. Sorry, you see that's a problem with decking. He always do one card as possible. Yeah, he's got a big. He built a big deck. Although it's looking more like a brick street now, actually, rather than a parquet floor. Oh, shh, that's the surprise bit. Is you don't have to just do cobbles. You could do other things. If you're a certain.
How many of these tiles are you planning on making?
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cobbles, 1 tiles. 1 like that.
But they're all relatively small-ish, so they're not going to take too long, are they?
Each one's what, about 4x4, give or take.
Yeah.
Right, okay, I'm going to catch up on chat because people are he's going nuts. No, yeah, you're right, Kirsty. Yeah. You understand my streams far too well, don't you? Yes, you do.
I was tempted to start doing that and seeing how long it would take for him to respond. Because he went super quiet there. It was
right.
It was very weird because I was the only one talking.
Right. Essentially, I got to this bit and see this brick here. This bit here threw me because I'd gone the wrong way.
It doesn't matter if it's the D&D kind of thing, or there'll be no uniformity in the tiles.
I know, but the whole point of this is you don't have to make it like that and all higgledy-piggledy and thingies. The whole point is you can make them much neater and squarer and so that was the. I mean, I put up in the other corner up there anyway. There's one that's just completely wrong, but I'll find out what to do with that when we get that. In fact, I already know what I'm going to do with that now. Do that with it. Fuck it.
Oh, Daniel, I have to say, you guys watching IT Crowd or the IT Crowd, I can't remember what you called it. I call it the IT Crowd.
He calls it the IT Crowd. He just does it. He just calls it the IT Crowd to troll us. He's got quite a good sense of humor, as Daniel is taking.
I wasn't sure if it was on purpose or because you genuinely didn't know. But it's one of my favorite shows of all time. Absolutely love that show, and I'm really happy that someone's doing reactions for it now.
Still one of my.
I must have watched the IT Crowd series a million times.
Okay, seeing as you've watched all the reactions, because I've not been watching as many.
I think I've watched all the reactions up to now.
Right, have they gone into the room that they should not go into?
Oh yeah, that was like episode 2 or 3.
Right, so they met Noel.
Yeah, of course they have. I believe they're at the end of season 2.
Awesome. Oh, yeah, IT Crowd is and the guy, essentially the guy who plays Toast of London, I think is.
Yeah.
The manager.
Yeah.
The boss guy.
The second one. The slightly chubby one. Toast of London.
He is absolutely brilliant as I think he's absolutely amazing as a character.
Yeah. I can't remember his name now.
I can't remember his name at all. I never have been able to. I never can.
I know the character name, like the Venom Industries, but I can't remember his actual character name.
He plays that character pretty much all the time.
In everything he plays, in any show, it's always the same kind of character.
Yeah,
he does it so brilliantly. It's almost. I think what it is everyone has seen him act, and they all know what kind of acting he's good for. So they create a role for him and then get him on the show.
Or if there's a role where they go, he's got to be like that. Like who? Like that guy from IT Crowd and Toast from London from him. Right, cool. Go get him for it then. Because if he's perfect for the role, he's perfect for the role.
Yeah.
So halfway up one again. Right, so essentially,
not Moss. The boss of the Venom Industries, the one who's obsessed with Jen.
The one with the mustache and the thing of the hat. Yeah, the one who thinks he's smooth and
the son of the guy who killed himself in series at the beginning of series 2.
Yeah, so the new owner, not the boss.
Yeah, the new owner.
The owner of the company.
I can never remember his name.
Yeah, the actor always eludes me. Although I do like him. I think he was in. Was he in? Oh, what was that thing that Vic Reeves did a while ago? Something House.
Vic Reeves like the Madhouse or something that was written by that comedian that does all the one-liners.
I don't. Well, it was a Vic Reeves program, so I don't know who it was. I assumed it was written by Vic and possibly Bob.
Oh yeah, it was written by Vic and Reeves. I know what you mean.
Reeves and Mortimer. So yes, that was another weird one, and he was in that as well.
He was. That was a very weird series. Very weird. But it was good. It was very Vic and Mortimer.
Reeves and Mortimer.
Reeves and Mortimer. Esque, their style.
I know he's doing your head in that you're getting it wrong, so sorry. I am jumping in. I'm sorry.
It's Vic and Reeves. No, it's Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer. Vic and Bob. That's it. Vic and Bob.
Yeah, Reeves. Yeah, or as the Reeves and Mortimer is known as a writing group, as far as I believe.
Yeah.
Because most of the time you'll use surname for some strange reason.
Square Table Generates asking you a question, lads.
I got a question. Do you know this dude named Chapter? Yes, I don't know him personally, but I do know his channel. He doesn't live too far from me, relatively speaking, because you're in America, dude. So compared to you, he lives right next door to me, but I've never met him.
Compared to you, he lives right next door to me as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I've heard of him. I watch his channel because he's good for the rumors. He's good for finding out the crap that's coming out and happening. He's basically, he is literally a Salford dick, but he's a Salford dick, and if you know what one of them is, then they're kind of likable, which is how we're saying now.
A Salford dick.
Yeah, but Basically,
You mean a dickhead from Salford?
yeah, he's a dickhead from Salford. There's no way around it. He's a City fan. Yeah, but within that, there's a certain
Well,
he's
hold
all
on.
right though.
Is he a Salford dick because he's a City fan? Because if that's the case, then I hate that stupid.
No, it's just another compounding factor to make him a dick. But
Right.
within that, there's the fact that but he's all right. He has a laugh. He has a joke about it. He doesn't take himself too seriously. So yeah, he's all right. But yeah, he can still be a bit of a dick because, well, he can. Good people can be. So shit, I've done it again. See, I'm not concentrating.
Richard Ayoade. No, Richard Ayoade is the guy who plays Moss,
Yes.
and he's a genius in himself. Everything he plays is always playing that kind of very geeky character that doesn't give a shit about anything else. You know, he's another one of those actors that seems to play Moss in most of the things he plays.
Yeah, that's his character, but I don't know if that's him or just his character.
It's just his character, I believe, because he's like oh, what's the name of that comedian that's always sad and complaining?
They're all always sad and complaining. That's a point of
No,
comedians.
he made himself famous for it in the 90s. He did a TV show called Lead Balloon.
Oh, Jack D.
Jack D, yeah. Richard Ayoade is kind of like the modern Jack D.
Right, okay, so it's Jack's a miserable fucker.
But Jack D does the miserable thing in a different style. Ayoade is kind of like
he does it in a socially awkward way as
D,
opposed
you really
to
do believe that he's like Jack D. You really do believe he hates life, even though it's a fake like image. It's just his character.
Yeah, Jack does it in the disgruntled old man way, whereas Richard does it in the geeky, socially awkward way.
Like a geek in a geek who doesn't care about anything.
But when he's on panel shows and quiz shows, he stays in the same character, but he's got a hell of a lot of wit.
He does, yeah.
Going back to Joey's question, I think I keep getting gifted memberships to Valorac's bloody Discord and membership stuff when I go in and catch some of his things. So I think I've been a member of his Discord and his channel for about a year and a half, and I've never bought a single membership. He's got a very giving community. I'll give him that much. He's built up a very good community on his channel. But then again, with the niche that he's in and the reliability of his information, that's hardly surprising because he's pretty bob on most things. I don't know where he's getting his information from, Alfarius, whatever, but yeah, he's
so pretty much the opposite of Discourse, because where she gets her information from is half the time is bollocks.
It depends what information you're talking about. Discourse doesn't cover rumors. Discourse covers business.
Yeah, and even though it's half the time she's wrong.
Have you gone to double check the information?
I have, yes. I went into the Discord and I assured them that one of the videos she was saying is wrong, and I just got attacked in the Discord, and
all right, okay,
you know. And I know a few people that I've spoken to about Discourse as well, and she just makes money off of complaining about about Games Workshop. She knows she does, because that's most of her videos that she complains about Games Workshop are the ones that have the highest view rating.
But all I do is complain about Games Workshop.
Sorry?
Except for all I do is complain about Games Workshop, apart from the sculpts. I will give them that.
Yeah, but you're not trying to make like a living off of complaining about it for the sake of it.
True, but I've seen the fact that she's tried to make videos on other things, and people
She has,
are
but they don't make
watching.
her. They don't make her much money, so she just focuses on making videos about Games Workshop, which half the time almost just feel like she's trying to fish for things to complain about. Like one of them was the fact that she was claiming that the Devastators were only 2 sculpts in the box, but they're not. She was arguing this and showing a picture of two Desolation Marines next to each other and saying that's how all 5 of the models in the box are, but they're not. I had the box in my hand shot like a day after she did that video. I had it in my hand before the release, and all the models are different. So where she got the information from, I don't know. And I posted that in the Discord and said, look, I've had this in my hand. This is information that you're giving, that you're spreading around, saying that Games Workshop are being lazy with this sculpt because it's just two models just duplicated for the box to try to save money, when it's not the case at all. All 5 models are different. All 5 models can be posed whichever way you want them to be as well.
Okay, but depending where the images came from, do you remember the box set they originally came out in? Where you essentially got 2 packs of the same thing. So maybe that's where the images come. It wasn't necessarily.
If she's making a video about it, about spreading the information and trying to teach people this is fact, she needs to do her research and find out if that is
True.
fact or not. And she didn't. And she rarely does. Some of her points I agree with. Some of the things that Games Workshop do, I agree, is a little bit crap. But a lot of her videos do seem to be her just fishing for things to complain about. Her last 2 videos that I watched were all just her opinion on the sculpts. That was it. There was no actual information there about Games Workshop doing bad things or anything like that. It was just her personal opinion on the sculpts, which is cool. Absolutely, 100%. That is cool. Everyone can have their opinion on the sculpts. But again, she's making her money off complaining about them. So, and that's what I disagree with. If she did her research and got the facts correct, like if she said in that video, yes, you can build them in other ways, but on the box, or on this image that I've got here that I managed to find on the internet, which is not the only image available for them, but I found this one specifically to show you, and only going to show you this one. They look like the same models. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I get the point of it.
So I raised it in the Discord, and I just got attacked by the members, and she herself just like made a comment that was like, well, all you have to do is look at this picture. And it was the same picture she referenced in a video, which, yes, I've seen that picture before, but it's not the only picture out there. And she smiled, and then I never got an answer back from my response after that, which was stating that, well, that's not the only picture available, and I've had the box in my hand. No response. So, yeah, I think she's a little bit dishonest. Or at least, maybe not so much dishonest, but she's not doing her research properly.
You believe she's making videos for views rather than videos for integrity?
Yes, exactly. And then you've got like other YouTubers like Auspex Tactics that is excellent because he goes through a lot of stuff. He
just math hammers everything.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff, and yes, he gives good points and bad points, but everything is balanced. He's not making his money from complaining about Games Workshop.
But he's more of a meta watch type of channel than a.
Yeah, of course. I need to find another channel that does something similar to Discord, like a news channel for Games Workshop, and compare them. But I don't know what other ones there are.
They all seem to be pretty similar in fairness. Which is why I've generally gone around. Okay, I'll stick with Discord, so at least I can find it slightly amusing.
Yeah.
And
she's funny. I like her. The way she talks is funny, and she does have some good points sometimes. But when she gets it wrong, she gets it wrong, and she doesn't change her videos or make any comment on it to say this was a mistake. Please be aware of that. You know what I mean?
Yes, there's that. Okay, so you can pretty much brick out an entire floor, including curb edging. Obviously, none of this has been painted yet.
You know, there's another trick. Actually, there's another trick that you can use that could get rid of hidden lines that you might not want. You might want to consider this. Get tin foil, scrumple it up into a little ball. Okay, you've done it already. Cool.
Right, I was about to say, because now I've done pretty much everything I need to do the missing shots, apart from paint and finish this one up completely. This one needs to get completely done before I've finished. That's going to be one of closing shots. As I said, there are going to be multiple houses, about 7 that are going to be like this one, but a smaller. And I have already started a few. See, so there are some that are well on the way to becoming more of these. I just need to. I got that far with some of them with them all and realised, crap, I've not filmed myself doing that. So that's why I've got blank one, 2-part ones, so I can carry on doing and filming the shots that I need to do because I'm an idiot. And a cobbled parquet blocking one, which actually looking at once I start using a ruler, which you can tell straight away compared to this corner, but it actually looks all right. I'm quite proud of that. That's better than I thought it was going to be. Chicken crisp aren't my favorite. Roast beef are better. Roast beef McCoy, roast beef mustard McCoys. Oh, so nice. They are so nice.
You know, the meat flavored crisps is something that is very difficult to get outside of the UK. Most other countries just don't get it. They don't understand meat flavored crisps. Like when I went to Finland, they didn't have anything like that. It was all sour cream and chive crisps or salt and vinegar. Well, they didn't even have salt and vinegar. But the meat flavored crisps do not exist very much outside of the UK.
Please say they had cheese and onion. Please say they had cheese and onion. Please.
Maybe. But the most popular one in Finland was sour cream, like Doritos or something like that, and they were actually really good.
Yeah, Doritos a dick. Oh right, no, you didn't mean him. Sorry, Dorito, you're honest.
Chicken crisps are quite nice. Both chicken walkers.
Yeah, no, I don't like walkers. I don't like walkers. It's just right.
Is that because you're a lazy fuck?
No, there's a buggery. I walked to the shop quite a few times. I did do quite a lot of walking.
Did that joke miss you completely?
No, it just wasn't funny. In fact, my response was funnier because at least got a laugh out of you. Right, so he might be the next one for the next time I go on, or it might be them, or it might be both, it might be all. I don't know. It's gonna be.
Oh yeah. Hold
decided.
On. I want to show you something.
No, put it away. Keep that stuff. Keep it in the closet. Keep it in the bedroom. Just don't show me.
I want to show you something. Look. You've got your apothecary there, and you've also got your librarian. Look.
That wasn't a librarian.
This is how a librarian is meant to look. And next to an apothecary. See the colours?
Well, that's not a librarian, dumbass.
Yes, it is.
Mine isn't. That's not a librarian.
No. But I'm showing you a point that librarians are blue and apothecaries are white.
What colour is that? What's that?
No, the whole thing needs to be white. The whole thing and the shoulder pad needs to be of the chapter they're with. So shut the f up.
And you know And do you want to know what the Stone Dragon response to that is? Oh, fuck yourself.
To be honest, right, that genuinely, on a serious note, that white to get for the apothecary was
Oh, it's
super easy.
awful. Easy.
No, it's easy.
Easy.
Yes. I don't know what you have a problem with. I sprayed it grey seer, and then I sprayed it skull white over the top.
No, you see, I didn't have a problem really getting the ivory to settle. That's why I used ivory instead of white. The ivory settles fine. I just
But
can't use white.
the problem is then you're painting with a brush with white, and that's what you don't want to do. You want to spray with white.
Yeah, I know, but I can't always set up the spray when I need to use it. And I
No,
want
just a spray can, just a normal spray can primer. Spray it with
Mm.
grey all the way over, and then white as well over the top of the model, so you're kind of pointing down on it.
So Zenithal it with grey and white.
And then you just go with fine liner with a little bit of skull white on the edges, and it's done. That's all I did with that. There was no painting of white, and it looks perfectly smooth and easy to apply. If you already have primed it, if you're stupid enough to prime it black, you can use Corax white, like I've said to you before, because Corax white goes over in one layer with a little bit of water mixed in with it, and it's super smooth.
No, I'm sticking with ivory. I'm not convinced Vallejo ivory's better.
All right.
I know the paint, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that sounds to me like you just
It works as the same. It works.
You're stuck with your habits and you don't want to change from them. That's what it sounds like.
I
That's not me.
No, I like the tone it gives. Flat white gives a flat white. I don't want flat white.
Well, that's not what flat. That's not that Corax white that I'm talking about. Isn't flat white? It's very very light grey.
Exactly. So it gives more of a blue tone.
No, it doesn't give a blue tone.
In which case, it'll be Wraithbone to give the. It'll be Wraithbone, which will be the equivalent.
It's that, and when you put it on a model, it looks like white, and that's a very very light grey, and it goes over in one go.
I don't want the pure white.
It's not pure white. It's light grey. Look, all right, I'll show you.
Yeah, I know, but look,
that
see the slight yellow. See the yellow tone.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. On the left is Corax white. On the right is skull white.
Fair enough, but neither one of them has that yellow tone. And it's that yellow tone that I like.
I mean, yeah.
I'd have to go for Wraithbone. I don't like the coldness of it. I prefer the warmness of the off-white ivory.
Of a yellowy white.
Mm-hmm.
A creamy white. So I would trying to think. I don't have a white like that because I like using the Corax white for my whites.
Exactly. So I prefer the ivory.
No, I mean the Citadel has.
Yeah, it's Wraithbone. It's a Wraithbone base. They can do it in rattle cans as well. They do. I
think that's more bone than white. I do have it.
It is their base equivalent to what I'm using, essentially.
Yeah, Wraithbone here, but that's more bone than white.
Yeah, well, this is ivory, which is.
Oh. Yeah. I think the closest I currently have is probably Pallid Witch Flesh, which is a very ivory-like colour.
Let's have a look. Closer, much closer.
Yeah, much Pallid Witch Flesh, but that's a layer, not a base. So right, doing it might not be as easy. But what you can do is you can spray Wraithbone over the whole model. Then you can spray skull white over the top of the model from a distance as a light coating, so that it only catches the top of the model. So you'd get that Wraithbone on the shades and then the pure white on the top. And then you could turn the Pallid Witch Flesh into a contrast using your contrast medium. I think that could look good.
It could, but no. I would base in something like Rakath.
But that's a good...
And then Zenithal with Wraithbone.
Yeah, you could do that and then make a...
have the deeper shadows instead.
Yeah. With Rakarth, you'd get quite a nice deep shadow, but the Rakarth is slightly purpley.
Excellent for skin tones.
The skin tones, yeah, 100%. It is a flesh
And
color, but for white armor, it might be a little bit too purpley.
you might have to give it a slightly heavier zenithal with the the wraith bow. Just go slightly heavier, give it rather than coming down at 45, maybe bring it down to like a 35-degree angle and whiz it round, just to try and get rid of some of those darker points and only keep the extremely dark low points so the purple doesn't come through, or possibly comes through more glowy and tinted rather than a whole overall.
Yeah, that might be a decent way of doing it.
So possibly Apothecary, Biologist, and the Suppressors next week. Although I did throw together a 2,000-point army, thinking about Battle Scribe's now working for 10th edition for those people who didn't know or who even give a shit. So I threw together a quick 2,000-point army, and it was fairly simple. You chuck one of them in, and then you chuck one of them in.
What was the first one you were talking about? Oh, the Biologus, yeah.
Chuck them to him. Then where's my eyes in that box? That's not here. Okay. Then you chuck the Librarian and Terminator armor in, and then you chuck 3 lieutenants in, and then 3 3-man aggressors, 2 3-man eradicators, 3 5-man hellblasters, 3 3-man inceptors with plasma blasters, and a 10-man splodger terminators with cyclone missile launchers and chain fists.
With your aggressors, I would put them in one squad of 6 and have the Gravis captain with them. And if you're going to use the Firestorm Assault Force thing, you can give all 6 of them devastating wounds with the Flamers.
How do we give them devastating wounds? It's lethal hits when you give them a Biologist.
No, you can't give them lethal hits if they have the Flamestorm.
You can't.
You can't, because lethal hits is on critical hit
yes.
when you roll the hit, but Flamers don't roll the hit.
Yes. So you need to give them devastating wounds. How do you give them devastating wounds? Is it a strategy?
The Firestorm detachment, the Salamander's detachment, you can give them devastating wounds for 2 command points. But yes, it's 2 command points. But if you have the Gravis captain with them, he can give the unit with a stratagem for free.
Right. So.
And you put them in a Land Raider Redeemer, right?
No, I've not got him.
Well, for the example, you put them in a transport. You put them in a transport of some sort, right? I believe you have a repulsor, right?
Have a good night, Kirsty.
You put them in a transport. That transport runs up on the board turn 1 because you can advance and shoot all of its weapons. Mm-hmm. The second turn, they're jumping out, all the guns firing. You can have devastating wounds on the aggressors, and then for 1 command point, you can give them +1 to wound as well on their Flamers. So they'll be strength 6 because they're +1 strength within 12 inches.
So strength 6
so
minus
strength
1
6
AP.
Flamers. Strength 6 Flamers, so you're wounding on 3s for most things normally, then you +1 to wound, so you're wounding on 2s. It's twin linked, and they're devastating wounds. So the first roll you make, you fish for the 6s, and then the second time you roll, you take all your 2+ wounds.
Nice.
I swear to God, it is the most devastating combination that I've used, and so far my salamanders have been undefeated primarily because of my aggressors doing exactly that. Biologus, put them with put the Biologus with 1 unit of 6 eradicators in a transport, and suddenly you've got eradicators that re-rolling the hit to wound and damage, and any 6s to re-roll the hit are lethal, so you don't even have to roll the wound.
See, that helps a lot with vehicles, because strength 8 and strength 9 is not enough to deal with vehicles anymore.
No, but they'll be strength 10 because you'll be within 12 inches. But you are right. A lot of vehicles are toughness 11 and 12.
Yeah, so they're not good enough.
So you need that +1 to. You need that rerolled the hit and the lethal hits to
Yes.
to do it. With that combination, I had 3 Eradicators with a Biologus, and I overwatched them. So I had 4 dice, and I
Yep.
rolled 6s with all of them because of that reroll,
Nice.
and because of the lethal hits. Those 4 6s automatically wounded,
Yep.
and I went straight to the damage roll, and I destroyed. What was it? I destroyed in one turn. He was on full wounds, and I killed him. It was Mortarion.
Oh, nasty. Yeah. Does he not get feel no pain and damage reduction?
He does. Well, he gets feel no pain, but no damage reduction.
Right, I was gonna say because
But he failed all his feel no pains and died to 1 round of Overwatch with Eradicators.
I was gonna say even a Gravis Captain gets damage reduction.
Yes,
Half, you get 2
Gravis
half damage.
Captain, all damage is halved on him.
Yes.
And in the Firestorm detachment, you can have an enhancement to give a character where it's -1 damage against him, and if the weapon against him is Melter or Flamer, it reduces the damage down to 1. So you throw a Melter gun at him, the damage is going to be 1, not D6 plus 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
I'm just going to clean this up a little bit, and then I am going to end the stream for this evening. Thank you very much for everybody who's joined, and hello whoever who's just joined, because it says it's somebody who's just joined. So I'm still here for a moment. I'm just trimming off a bit of an edge. And then, yes, calling it quits for this evening because I do have appointments tomorrow.
We need to have another game on TTS, and I'll use my Salamander list against you, and you'll see what I mean.
Right. Well, you just heard the list I give you. Right.
I don't remember it entirely, but
right,
the
list
I'll be using is the same list that I've been using for the last few weeks.
Right. This is going to be really easy. Okay. Really, 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 really easy. There's a lieutenant with every 5-man Hellblaster squad, and there's 3 of them. Okay.
Yeah.
There is a 6-man 6-man Eradicator squad with the Biologists with them.
Yeah.
There's 6-man. What's the maximum you can have in an Eradicator squad? Not an Eradicator squad, Aggressor squad.
6.
6-man Aggressor squad. Captain with it. Flamestorm Gauntlets. There's another 3-man Eradicator.
The captain can't have Flamestorm. The captain
he's got Boltstorm Gauntlet, Power Fist, and Relic Power Sword. Whatever the other.
I've been taking the Relic Sword on him as well, but I actually think I'm going to swap it to the Power Fist. An extra attack with the Power Fist is better than 2 hits with the Relic Blade, because you can give him an enhancement that adds +3 in melee to all of his weapons. So his Power Fist will be strength 11.
I've got no more points left for enhancements.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm 2,000 points bang on.
Okay.
So yeah, 6-man Flamestorm with the captain, with Boltstorm and extra attacks from Power Sword.
Yeah, so it's going to be a very interesting game if I use my Salamanders, because we've both got pretty much the same list.
A 3-man version, just because why not? 3-man Inceptors with plasmas.
See, I don't use them. I mean, they're good, but I don't use them.
Well, the 3-man Inceptors with plasmas.
Yeah.
And a 10-man blob of Termies with a Termin Librarian, Cyclone Missile Launchers, Chain Fists.
Yeah. Not bad. It's similar to mine. So my list is the Gravis Captain with 6 Aggressors with Flamestorm in a Redeemer, Land Raider Redeemer. Then I've got 2 units of 3 Eradicators, because they're harder to deal with than 1 unit of 6, I think. With a Biologus in one of them, they're both strategic reserves, so they can come in where I want them and have half range.
Right.
Then I've got 2 Gladiator tanks, 1 Reaper, which is the anti-infantry one, and then 1 Valiant, which is the multi-melter Las Talon one. A Repulsor with Centurion Assault Squad with sustained hits 2 on them against vehicles and monsters. Two
Good job not
units of
taking any
five.
of those with us.
2 units of 5 Terminators. One with their Terminator Captain for the ability to give them a free command point, a free stratagem each turn, and what the other one with the Terminator Librarian for sustained hits 1 on everything, shooting and melee.
Nice.
And that's it. I think it's a very small list, but it's very. Oh, sorry, 10-man Infernus squad.
I was going to say, where's your flamethrowers? Where's your
Yeah,
flame guys? You like them?
the 10-man Infernus squad. So what I do is on turn 2, I've saved up all of my stratagem, my command points, and I give the
And
10-man Infernus squad devastating wounds for two stratagems, 2 command points, and then I give the aggressors it for free with the captain. So I've got devastating wounds on all of my flamers in turn 2, and it is horrendously powerful.
that's essentially the same thing I should be able to do with the 3-man and then the 6-man.
Yes, exactly the same thing. So maybe it's not a good idea for me to bring the same list. Maybe I'll bring my Tau against
Oh no, I'm thinking. I don't know what you think. Could be interesting. Although that being able to drop in within 3 inches of you and shoot.
3 inches.
Yeah, in Inceptors, I can deep strike within 3
Oh
inches of you and
yeah.
shoot.
The Inceptors, yeah. Of course they can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to stay 9 inches away. I can
No,
within
no.
3
But
inches.
you're more than welcome to do that because every single unit of mine can either Overwatch with Flamers or Overwatch with a reroll to hit,
What in
and
town?
all of them can kill you Inceptors. Oh, not the Tau. I thought you meant Salamanders, but my Tau.
No, in town. Yeah. If I play
Yeah, my
town.
Tau. I don't have very many Flamers, so I would struggle to deal with something that deep striking within 3 inches, especially if you're planning on charging me as well.
I can't charge you if I do that.
All right, well then it's just the same as deep striking 9 inches away. I don't really see the difference.
8 puts me within 3 inches of you. So you're
But
going to
what
have to
benefit
move.
does that give if you can't charge?
It can put me on an objective if I need to be there.
It can put you on an objective, yeah, fair enough.
And it could put me behind a piece of cover that I wouldn't have been able to get in because you.
Oh well, yeah, it's going to be a lot harder for me to block you.
Yeah,
deep striking.
you can't. You're not going to be able to screen them out as easily, essentially.
Yeah.
So it's a nice thing. But 3 units I can deep strike in, and with having the plasmas, being able to put them up to strength 8 straight away, anyway, is nice. And then obviously overcharging and puts my strength 9 extra damage.
But the thing is, with the strength, the different going from strength 8 to 9 isn't really that.
No, it's the AP and damage boost that cause you to overcharge it.
So but going from strength 7 to 8 without having to overcharge is big.
Yes, which is why I like it. I do like that. It's very nice. It works very well with plasmas. It turns plasmas into much more efficient bolters.
In
my opinion. Anyway, right. So I've done my cleaning up for stuff that I need to paint. The Black Mod Podge means Black Mod Podge is coming out tomorrow to paint that up, and filming for these other pieces that I've been sketching out tonight. So filming tomorrow for me. Excellent. I'm going to call it this evening because, as I said, I can't. It's not going to be a long one for me because I've got stuff. So thank you very much for everybody who joined me. Hadrich, Kirsty, Mick T, Dan. Who else joined me tonight? Oh, Lee joined. I knew somebody else joined. Lee joined as well. And I know I have people watching. Thank you very much for watching and staying until the end of this video so far. Have a good evening. Have a good night. Drive safe. And I'll see you next time.
Good night. Yeah, we need to get a game.